Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I am the Humble Gamer. We are playing some more Call of Cthulhu, as you've been having for pretty much all of this week. Now, I need to find the other wheelie gig thing so that I can cause this thing. But I've also made a deal with that dude who said he would cause a distraction for his meds, his sleeping pills, but he hasn't caused a distraction yet, so I'm a little pissed at him, frankly.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked now. Oh, I don't go in here, do I? And there are other things I can do to create a diversion. If necessary, I can use the electric machine, which is in another room. But I've got to get out of the this asylum, because if I don't get out of the asylum, I'm probably going to get killed. But this is a stealthy bit. If you remember my Outlast stuff, I'm not necessarily good at stealthy bits. Yeah, apparently there's something in here. Remember, this is the storage room which I got. Yeah, there's something in here. But I've got to find it. I'm running out of oil for my lamp. Because there comes the patrolling guard, which in himself is not an issue. But there's something around here. Can you see the bottom left just underneath my face? That tells me there is a properly hidden clue. That I've got to find. That is presumably... Aha! There we go. That's what I need. There's the wheel. God, that was... How did I not find that in the last episode? I've gone away, had a think, given the dog a walk, said hello to Charlie. Do I need to do all that just so I could figure out where that sodding wheel was? Never mind, hopefully we can get out of the asylum pretty quickly now. Right, lovely. Does that mean I can now push that up and actually...
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
Though it still might do. There must be something else I have to do, is there? Oh, yeah, he doesn't like being in confined spaces, this lad. So I've done all that. And the piping still hasn't burst. So... Make sure they're all up full. Aha. Do I have to do them all?
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Get into here. enough for me to be able to get out from the asylum and make it up the stairs. Hopefully those are the 2 guards that I need to have moved. Hopefully. Yes, they are. Good. Don't tell me it's locked. Please don't be locked.
Damn.
Great, now where am I? Ah. It's you. Francis Spencer, or whatever you know. Francis Sanders.
Doctor, is that you?
No, it's not.
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Are we talking about Cthulhu here? What did they do
You're
to you?
Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
These are all important questions.
Doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
Why are they
You're
cursed?
kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
How joyful. It was Sarah Hawkins who invoked this
In
curse?
her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
Good question.
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Oh, a
Sanders,
Shambler.
Pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
Oh, here we go.
No!
Sanders!
Oh. Here comes the weird shit.
What the hell? I got it. Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
The Shambler, weren't you listening? Oh, here we go. There's the green guy. Am I going to start seeing things now? Is that what's happening?
Damn! The gas!
Oh,
Oh, my head.
Later. We need to move on.
Bradley, you're dead. Oh, we're on to chapter 6. Hawkins Mansion. Pierce woke up in an asylum, installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigns supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders before dying in full view of the detective. He accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decided to use the Hawkins Mansion as a hideout. And a much quicker loading time. I want a video sequence. Now that looks Cthulhu-esque. That is definitely Cthulhu. Oh, okay.
Who goes there?
Well, I've earned some character
That
points.
nightmare
Anyway.
again. I need a drink.
Right, so I've got 3 character points. Upon what shall I spend them? 1 on eloquence, 1 on psychology, and 1 on spot hidden. I think that sounds good to me. Sanity. I'm still stable, but I'm starting to lose it. But then that's fair enough. Francis Sanders deceased. Cellars of the Riverside Institute. Got a new clue in chapter 5. And I've got nothing else in my inventory. Oh, it's daytime.
Fine, do what you want. I'm just trying to reason with you.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Crap.
Did I sleep long?
That's how I feel. Crap.
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Now you died.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
I did. He's dead.
There are things I can't explain.
He's definitely dead.
Tell us. What happened?
You and Dr.
I
Colden.
heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Well, that didn't work. Never mind.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
Because I saw him
The
alive.
fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
Maybe. I
That's
don't know
possible.
anymore.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins
Come on, Bradley.
mansion, you don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
the rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
So something happened, just
And
not
then?
necessarily
I went to
what we
visit you at
saw.
the hospital. And called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I might be on
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
Well, he's dead now.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Well, that was his force.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
That'd be
An
good.
art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I might.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Okay.
Won't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Settle in, folks. This is going to be a talky one. Right, talk to Sanders' widow. Not sure how I'm going to do that, but I'm assuming that I... Excuse me. Oh, I just go straight to the Sanders residence. Cool. Pierce, Colden and Bradley decide to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. I don't know where they're going with this. I don't have a clue where we're going to this at all. I can't tell if what we're seeing is Cthulhu's actual doing or if Pierce is going insane, but it still says he's stable in the thing. I don't know. I don't know.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Ah,
Well, well, look who's here.
Crime Lord Cat's here.
You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
Your business gets in the way of my
I
nose.
bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why?
Well, no, I'm investigating
harmed
the
you?
other death, but...
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
What
Very
are
well,
you
Miss
doing
Baker.
here?
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Yeah, I got a bit.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings.
He is an art collector. Give the guy a break.
Please forgive
Although,
my tone.
perhaps obsessive.
The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned.
Ah.
You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Oh, God.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw,
We'll
it
try and be
was
nice.
inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
I didn't do me, love.
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did he speak to you?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such
Wow.
horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
Okay.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed.
Just your life.
For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Right. Let's have a look around, see what we've got.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Ooh. Enter a reconstruction scene, okay. What do we have in this one? What do we got? Tell me your secrets, game.
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Maybe.
A house of artists.
Okay. What else am I trying to see?
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Oh, hello.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Yeah, what goes on? Oh.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Okay. That was odd. We've progressed in medicine, that's good. So somewhere in a study, is it? It's not that one. What are you doing here?
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I'm just doing my job.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying.
Probably the best answer I could have given.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself.
Always.
If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
Why, thank you. And what are you
And
doing?
you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings.
Sounds
She
fair.
doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Also
Why
sounds
you?
fair.
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
I mean, that's a matter of opinion. Yeah, let's read the book. Malleus Bestiarum, Volume 2. It's a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Whoa. I was going to say believe it, but then... Dissertation on an anatomical question. Well, so I'm making some decent progression in medicine and occultism. So we are definitely making some progress. I presume... No. Well, that's not it. And that's not it.
An old diary.
Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 3. The volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, begin to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Oh.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of all the guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. Yeah, she really didn't want him to have that painting, but she did give it him for free. Now the question is, where is it? Where has he put it? Right, it's obviously not in any of the locked rooms, or it could be, but I don't know how to get into the locked rooms. Le Shambler. Tell me in my diary. Oh, the key to the gallery is probably in the office. So I need to unlock.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you at the moment of his interment. You signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Joyful. So now where's the office? Oh, that's where what's her name is, isn't it? So the key must be in here somewhere.
I could use one of those.
Sleeping pills.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Ooh. So he's got an odd pendant. What the bloody hell's the key to the thingy then? Where's the key? Oh, it'll be in here, won't it? New key obtained. Key to the Sanders Gallery. Is it this one? Yes, it is. So let's go and have a look at this sodding painting then. Okay. He's into some very weird and dark shit. Is that... Is all we're going to get from that game? Just the main character going,
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
So there's some old shit in here. That is to be expected. There it is.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Yes. Right, we're going to quickly examine the Shambler. Oh, what's this down here?
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Sanders drew a dagger with a tortured form down to the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange esoteric symbol, a recurring feature in his correspondence with Sarah. Okay. Let's have a look at this Shambler painting then, shall we? Let's see what the heck is going on. Oh, it's ugly. And now crazy shit's starting to happen. Oh. Don't step back into the painting. Yeah, don't look at it. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, don't look at it. That's how it finds you. And here comes the famous Shambler from the Cthulhu mythos. Ooh. Would appear to be blind and spider-like.
What the hell was that?
Okay, what do I have to do now? I've got 2 character points. Spot hidden and psychology. But we'll find out what we have to do now in the next episode. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Check out the game in the description below. Check myself out on Facebook. Check myself out? What kind of nonsense am I talking? Check me out on facebook.com/HumbleGamer, Twitter @HumbleGamerNews, and Instagram @HumbleGamer. Insta. Also, check out bxbgames.co.uk and BXB Games YouTube channel down below. It's where I do video game reviews with a great team of guys called BXB Games, obviously. And our editor-in-chief last week, by the time you see this, or no, it'll still be this week by the time you see this one. He did a review of this game, so please do go and check it out. Also, I stream once a week every Monday at 8:30 p.m. GMT on twitch.tv/HumbleGamer Twitch. Check out the annotations on the screen you're about to see. Thank you ever so much for watching. I was me, that was Call of Cthulhu. See you very soon, guys. Goodbye. Oh, shit me! You little prick! You little prick! Oh, yes, of course. Yes, I mean, why wouldn't that happen?